Bam! Going live. Welcome to the show tonight. Pro Se Legal School. We provide the tools that you need to, to get the court process shut down. Okay, I played football in college a bunch of years ago, and I boxed, so I'm not that smart. So I don't have to over the case law, whatever. No, we just need to shut. Now, people need to understand and remember that the administrative process is structured by the same people. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute, and y'all know why we're here. If y'all here tonight, y'all asked to know why we're here, so we ain't gonna go with that. So I run a little late, and usually when I run late, I'll offer, well, our coach don't never have an excuse or a reason, really. Okay, but I got a reason tonight. So we've been talking about. I got three superheroes, okay, and one of all three of them are employed by the government in some fashion or another. What? Okay, well, one was in law enforcement and actually still is in law enforcement. Okay, and I'm proud of hell of that one. I ain't trying to single nobody out. And I have people ask me, what? Okay, so the people that ask me what, my response is, so what you're telling me is that everybody that's in law enforcement is dirty? Okay, so I had a dude come to I invited him to the live stream. He operates a corporation in Lawrence, Kansas, where I'm from, where I used to be from. yeah. And he, records the police and whatever. I had him come. And you know what? All he wanted to do was bash. No. So his whole instead of staying focused on the reason why he was here and the other people that he was helping, because the young man helped homeless people. And okay, so honestly, that was the reason why I wanted to have him on the show, because my girlfriend and I, we help homeless people. But anyway, yeah. Okay, because the police stuff was kind of, but I'm good. Oh, he can throw down, and but what ended up happening was he turned to a hater. Okay, so I'm sure y'all work with me here. I'm sure he already was a hater. He turned into a hater. And so to me, a hater is somebody that comes on somebody else's show, because he came to our live stream, and started talking trash on the police. Okay, so at the time I was suing Officer Delbert and the police department and this, whatever. Okay, but I'm not here to talk trash on all of the police officers that work everywhere. Oh, I have family members, and in addition to, my one of my three of the three, two of the three. All right, that also work in law enforcement. I don't disrespect law enforcement. I'm not going to talk shit on them. Now, if I got a problem with them, I'll talk crap on the individual person I have a problem with. If I have a problem with their procedures and the way they whatever, then they operate, then on the administrative whatever, then I'll handle that. But I don't know. if I got a problem and and I got time to call the police, so I don't have to shoot nobody, then I'll call the police. And I hope that I hope I hope that the police officer that they send out to help me with the problem that I have a relationship with and that he understands or whatever. And I hope that the officer that comes out with the attitude of taking care of whatever is the problem that this citizen has, and that's the way most police officers are. I'm talking. Well, you used to say men and women, but now there's more. I didn't know. I just say police officer. Oh, that's the way they are. Most of them. Okay, so I'm just gonna go out on a limb here because I'm old and I've been around and I'm brown. There are a few that was, you know, raised back in the day in the culture, you know. Now, with that said, some of those same few are in upper management now, and they're not having the shit. Okay, so oh yeah, I know, Coach. You're sounding okay. So let's just before we get started, uh, my superhero, one of these three. So that's I have the other 28 foster kids. Okay, never mind. Okay, is back in the United States. Yeah, right now, and I think I can say that the Houthis ain't bothering anybody anymore. Okay, so let's stay focused. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That welcome to the show tonight, girlfriend. You know, I was just thinking. You know, that everybody could call you. Oops, I got too many letters in there. I think that one's right. I can't do all this stuff and see it at the same time until it pops up and says, oh, people can call you code neighbors also. Uh-huh. Yeah, Carrie has all of the state stuff in her head and the federal stuff too. But she don't like the federal stuff as much. Oh, and understandably so. But that's why we don't trust attorneys anymore. And we ain't worrying about attorneys. So let's just get everything lined up. Now, I was going to show some, like the internet and some of what they were saying, but on the internet for this traffic ticket situation thing and how to fight it. And I went here with an open I went into this with an open mind. Okay, well, my mind's actually been jacked up already a long time ago. But I still try to keep, you never know. There might be somebody else that's willing to share the shit or how to crush the shit. I'm not now. The stuff that we do here is is stuff from the real time feedback that we get from the people in the program, people not in the program, people that used to be in the program, and of course my family. So now with my girlfriend, and then we had several foster kids that now this is a link to the traffic ticket pack. One place instead of error. That's a link to the traffic ticket package. I have it marked down. Now, if you're attending the live stream tonight, and you show your face and leave a comment, oh, you can email me later, and I'll send you the real deal. Okay, if you're here and you make a comment tonight, then you can email me later to the email address that's, well, you guys know that's posted on my website. That's going across the bottom of the screen there. And let me know what your username was here at the end of the stream. The deal's going to be off. So what's the deal? Y'all pushing me. Oh, the deal is $75 for the traffic package. If you here right now and you leave and you make a comment to let me know that your ass is here so I can see you right now or before this ends, and I'll make sure you get the code to get the package for $75. 75, I mean 85, 95, 100. Okay. Going once, going twice. Okay, sorry. I need to stay focused. I'm excited that one of my superheroes, one of my 28, 6, 27, 32, one of my 32, because they're all superheroes in different ways, but the only difference is okay, it's getting creepy now, but I got to see these three be born. Oh, okay. Let's just get. I'm getting. I'm getting sidetracked right now. So this is kind of weird. I can't see the screen for people commenting. That's real interesting. So I'm just going to take a screenshot of it here. Okay, so I cannot see. Well, you know how you guys are able to leave comments in the corner section here. Okay, I cannot see uh, the people. I cannot see the people that should be here, and my girlfriend's here commenting. I went to it shows I'm live on YouTube, but I went and I showed you guys, and now I can't. Okay, I can't see. Okay, now we're back online. I don't know if it's the internet. I don't know what's going on. It's but it doesn't matter. That is the link to the driver ticket package. And like I said, that if you leave a comment tonight, so that I can see your username and that you're here, then I'll give you a sweet deal. Now, if they're jacking with us and you're here, but I can't see you're here, like Heather Elliott, she's usually the first one all the time. My number one, number two, number three, number 28, 29. Ow! Okay, let me. She's on the number one team for the first team of my supporters. Okay, because it's big. Okay, sorry. Okay. We haven't got to know police stuff yet, have we? Well, we're going to. Okay, so I had some people on the YouTube channel. They're like, "Oh, is this legal?" The stuff that we're saying to do, whatever. I don't know how to answer that. Is that legal? Oh, can you haul somebody to jail and ruin their life using statutes and codes that aren't valid laws? Is that legal? How many people are locked up right now? Okay, if they didn't hurt anybody or damage their property, then they're jailed now for statutes and codes. Statutes and codes are not valid laws because they don't have enacting clauses, titles, or bodies. And entire families get jammed up over this shit because they accepted the attorney or they paid an attorney. Well, usually it's they paid first on the state level, and the state attorneys kicking ass for them. And our state attorney did kick ass for us, but when all of the smoke clears, and how the president said, a few years back, when the swamp gets drained, you see where the alligators are and who been feeding them, or who's getting out of their way so the alligators can keep eating. Okay, sorry. Okay, so I ain't pointing the finger at her. If I was going to point a finger at attorney, it'd be at John Duma, the one that the government hired to take care, to make sure my girlfriend's rights were protected. That'd be the one I want to point a finger at. That would be the one that I would want to point a finger at. Mm-hmm. But I don't have time for that because my therapy here now is teaching y'all ass how to do this. So, so if I play football and I box. So if I can figure this shit out and lay it out for you in a format where everybody can, if you do the homework, understand it, join the coaching group so that you can see the question that other people ask. This program, Pro Se Legal School, was structured on the real-time feedback from badasses like y'all. That's it. Well, and of course, my girlfriend, y'all, she's like the number one superhero to me. These guys get the check down, but just like we started at the top, when you start doing a check down and you got so many people that support you, you got to just add them all in the same group. You got to report them all in the same group because they are. And for me, it's like, we have, when you do foster care, we did for 17 years. When you do foster care, these, are these your kids? Yep. These are all my kids. The one with the red hair and the blue eyes, and the other one. Oh. And that's the way you got to roll. That's the way you got to roll, or how can I say, if you don't roll that way, then you're limiting your options. Okay, so let's just get on. It's real interesting. Notice unbelievable entertainment holder. Used to be the real estate something or other, right? Okay. I'm okay. Sorry. Let me. I'm going to take some of my tea. Okay. Sorry. You were some, and I know it's because of the smile, but I'm about to get in trouble. So the entertainment holder, something holder. I had that part right. Well, it was whole. I don't know. Let me work on this lie. I don't lie well, so I gotta work this out. Welcome to the show. Appreciate you taking the time to hang out with us tonight. Okay, so let's get rolling here. So tonight we're talking about traffic citation defense, how to talk to the police, whatever. And I wanted to make sure that that I said hello to the people that were most important to me, and I think that covered everybody so far. Because if you're not here, then it cuts you off. Okay, some of the tricks that the police use when they pull you over to get you to admit guilt. Before we get to the admitting guilt part, I want to tell you that if they issue you a warning, and I didn't remember to put this in the thing, because I came home and looked at it and it really pissed me off, but I didn't have time to mess with these people. If they issue you a warning, read it. Take that shit home. If the police officer issues your warning during a traffic stop, or if you're here tonight and they did in the past, grab that shit and pull it out and read it. If they issued your warning, you were adjudicated on the spot by the police officer and given a break. Think about it. Yeah, I got a warning too. And I didn't say nothing to him, but when I got home, I did my research. Okay, think about it. Look at that shit. If they issue you a warning during a traffic stop, then, and you accept it, then you're guilty. And the police officer adjudicated you on the spot right there and got your ass to agree to that and to give you a warning. Okay, so what are you talking about? Well, you get the warning. You don't get charged for the warning. I mean, okay, but and this is, when I told my girlfriend, she was like, "What's the big deal about the warning?" Well, I came on and looked. I don't know. All I know is that they take all that time to write that shit down and do all that shit and come back on the administrative side and give me some paper. Then that shit's in the system somewhere. Work with me. So if they give you a warning, read that shit. They said you've been warned or whatever, and for going this whatever. So if you got warned, if they gave you a warning for going or doing something, then you just been adjudicated for that shit, and they gave you a break. I know. Move on, coach. Why? Why would they give you a warning and paperwork and let you leave? Well, maybe you're an asshole. I mean, maybe they don't want to deal with your ass. Maybe they know you have an affidavit of non-corporate existent files or placed on the public record if you don't have a case going. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they just don't have time to mess with you. What would be the value of taking the time to write all that shit down and put it in and give you a receipt? Okay? I mean, you can call it a warning. I'm going to call it a damn receipt. Okay, because the next time that officer sees you, okay, excuse me, most officers can't see you. Well, Ray, they try to contract with you. It's not a contract unless you sign or you agree or you don't say the right thing. But you're right. You're on Guy's Highway. Oh, okay. So that's one of, in my opinion, personally, from firsthand experience, that's probably the number one way they get you to admit that you're guilty. They give you a break. We're gonna write you a warning or whatever. So you're getting a warning for going that fast or doing that shit or whatever. And so, and most people are like, oh well, I don't have to go to court or do anything. Okay, well, what about the next time you're driving by? Okay, so they don't see your car, they don't see your face, they see your car. They see your car. These officers work the same shift or whatever, so you're driving to work past their ass every day at the same time. Okay, I'm getting kind of creepy with I'm getting kind of creepy with this. But it's, I don't know, anybody that can tell me that I'm all bait. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm old. I spent a lot of years working. I already know. Same shift, same. Oh, okay. So for anybody that has a problem keeping up, let me ask you this: if you got tickets for stuff, were they from the same officer that pulled you over during the same shift, the beginning or end? Dude, do the research. Okay, never mind. I'm getting more creepy. I'm getting more creepy. Okay, so let's get rolling. I'm just having a lot of fun. I've been having a lot of fun with this police thing, and my girlfriend with me 2 or 3 times when I got stopped, and in a couple of videos, the officers, she was sitting in the passenger seat, but she's had a real long day, and at the undisclosed location that I'm at, she's 2 hours ahead of us, so she's had a long day. Okay, so the police pull you over, and for me, the first thing I want to do is turn on my dome lights and roll my windows down. A little more than halfway, but not enough where some skinny ass police could crawl. Okay, sorry. Okay, so anybody that had to worry about the skinny ass police crawling in, y'all already know where you're at. And I watch movies. Okay, y'all keep up with. I hang out with my grandma. Okay, I hang out with my grandma. That caused me some problems. Okay, so I took my grandma. So I'm in a place where they have dispensaries, and I took my grandma to the dispensary, and there was a bunch of police officers outside. I'll send you guys some pictures of it in the video when I repost this. There was a bunch of police outside, and so I asked the security guard, okay, can my grandma, she's in the back there, and she's in the back of the van laying down. Oh, can I go in and okay, so I'll finish my grandma's dispensary story another time. So when the police pull you over, okay, the first thing to ask you, and you might want to just listen to the grandma story when I get done with this. Where you coming from? That's the first thing they want to ask me. Where you coming from? Back there. Oh, Now I know people tell you don't talk to the police or whatever, you know? But if you understand the situation, then you're better off to control it than to let them to let their to let their head and their whatever run away with whatever. So where you coming from? Back there. Where are you going? Over there. Well, Mr. Neighbors, where you live? Next to my neighbor. Where's your neighbor live? Next to my parents. I live in between the two of them. Oh, okay. So on the questions that are stupid, that's the answer they get. But I had an officer ask me one day, "Have you been drinking?" Oh, dude, I've been drinking a lot today because I worked out this afternoon. A couple hours ago, and I left the gym, and I've been drinking so much water, and your window's already down. I already have my workout shit because it's drying out. It may have been dry already. Come on now. Okay, so the point here, you leave the restaurant, you get pulled over, huh? How's that? Did it just happen to be parked across the street? Is the same officer working the same shift because they know when falling? I don't know. I I'm just asking. Okay, but when they pull you over and you roll your windows down or whatever, and you got your you got your I hate to use the word evidence. Okay, but you got anything covered up with your towel from the gym that you need to have covered up to prevent the officer's brain from running too far down the street and forcing you to go to pro se legal school. Bam! And get what you need to punch their ass in the face. Now, I had one of our fighters told me when the police officer asked him if he'd been drinking, he asked the police officer if he'd been drinking and let the police officer know that he'd already called in to the dispatch to have the supervisor sent out to the scene because he could tell the officer was acting shitty, crappy at the gate. Now, was it one of the officers that been working on the same shift? One of their friends? When your vehicle number got ran across the thing, they all start texting each other. Uh-huh. They text each other. Okay. Have you ever been pulled over by another officer on the same shift as the officer that's been screwing with you and had the officer that's been screwing with you show up later? How do I know this stuff? The real-time feedback is a crusher. If you got somebody that's willing to throw the shit out there, no, I'm not done. And you got people that's willing to step the hell up and do whatever it takes, despite the fear Oh, they're gonna be mad. Oh, I don't give a shit. Oh, if you want to know why I'm an asshole about this, and I had a few people on YouTube. Oh well, if he just delivers messages, but if he wasn't so whatever, whatever. You know what? Okay, if I wasn't so whatever, whatever, I wouldn't have a damn message. Okay, because I'd still be locked up, and I'd be getting force medicated, and my girlfriend would still. Oh, my girlfriend would still be behind the wall in a place where you had to have 15 points. They sent her to Hazleton because she fought her case. And even after she hired John Duma, a shitty ass attorney in Overland Park, that totally threw her under the bus and accepted a $60,000 or $70,000 payoff to not call a single, even after she never kissed their ass, and she got sentenced to 97 months. And a whole time she never kissed her ass. And when I get back from my deployment, because I got deployed too, but I used to just say nobody wants to kill me or whatever, but I don't know if I can say that now. There might be some, you know what? But I don't give a crap. I don't give a crap. Okay, because if you're not willing to step up and do whatever it takes, oh, but I have work, I have this, I don't know. If you're not willing to step up and do whatever it takes, then you got shit for the program, and we're gonna have problems. Okay, we're gonna have problems. Whatever it takes. Not everybody understands this shit. Maybe it's gonna take more watching the updated instructional video. Maybe it's gonna take more Googling the things that you don't, the words you don't understand. Maybe it's gonna take just the fact that you slow your ass down and keep your head out of their conventional bullshit. Okay, their conventional bullshit, the whole system that they're structured was structured to do exactly what it does for property transfers, criminal shit, criminal statutes, and nonviolent law. None of them. Title 18 was never ratified. That's all of the drug laws. They weren't ratified. They were thrown on the books after they figured out they could change the bail release situation and add drug shit into that so that you wouldn't qualify to be released, even though you never hurt anybody or you never been convicted of anything. Like Anthony Washington got to do the young man we have him get. Well, I don't know if he ever been convicted of anything. I don't know that much about it. What I know is that they had the DEA have the casino security guards arrest him because they didn't have a damn warrant. If they did, they wouldn't have followed him all the way to Las Vegas from wherever they followed him from. I don't know. I don't know that much. People don't understand statutes and codes and nonviolent laws and criminal statutes are not valid. If you injure somebody or damage their property, the government cannot be, no. The government can't be injured party. The government can't have jurisdiction to have you at an administrative. People ask me, is this legal? Well, what the hell is legal? What they're doing is administrative. Legal to me would be shit that's done in a judicial court. And in my opinion, from the years of eating peanut butter and jelly, and no, I'm not whining, because thanks to the real-time feedback and the people in the program, I got honey with the jelly now. Okay, but thanks to the feedback from everybody, we have been able to And I figure I know it's not legal. It's administrative. The administrative rules that they use in the court are called the local rules. The local rules are what you screw you over with. The local rules come from, the Supreme Court. Oh, everybody thinks the Supreme Court is so badass because they wear those black robes and shit. I don't know. I don't know. I guess after what my family, my girlfriend, what we've been through. Okay, so to be badass, I have to see it or feel it. Both. I have to both. I have to see it, feel it, and hear it from other people or from myself, from seeing and feeling it. Okay, sorry. So here's the thing. One of my coaches told me, if you don't grow and learn, your ass will crash and burn. That's what my coach told me. I had a coach tell me that one time. And he was a badass. Now he told me something before that too, and then we're going to get on to the police thing. What he told me before that was, well, and this was in college. So one day he's yelling at me and acting stupid, and actually a couple, 2-3 days in a row. So I finally asked him to, why are you yelling at me like this and whatever? He looked at me and he said, neighbors. Put his hand on my shoulder. I should have my shoulder pads on, so I was up here. And he said, the time to worry is when I stop yelling. And we took a couple of more steps. And then he said, so what was it you wanted to talk about? Oh hell no. I can't say no, no, I don't there was nothing left, coach. I need to go take a shower. Off. Oh, then later on he told me, if I don't think that you're doing the best that you can do, then I'm gonna have a problem. So if you're in my coaching group and we butt heads or whatever, it's because I don't think you're doing the best that you can do. Or you need to, I don't know. You call it whatever you want. I know what you need to do to make this work, because this is the program that I'm not going to say I or my, this program we structured. I know what you need to do to make this work. And if I don't think that's getting done, then I'm going to tell you. And if you don't like it, I don't know, you can fire me. I've only been fired a couple of times, and then I got rehired later in both of those situations. Okay, so should you talk to the police or not? If you're not properly educated or you're scared of them or whatever, then no, I would only answer the question that you're legally. You have to provide them identification so they can see who you are, and your car shit or whatever. And legally, you don't have to, your car shit unless you're working, but we ain't trying to go through all that while you're on the side of the street. That's what I would do. When they ask me where I'm coming from, if I was uncomfortable talking with the police and I didn't feel comfortable telling them, I just left the gym, dude. I'm so thirsty. I need to pee. I need to. Oh. Oh, yeah, I'm not lying. I got pulled over in one of the videos by the sheriff department, and I actually have shreds of respect for the sheriff department. And, they claimed that I was speeding, and I told them I had to be. And, you know, I didn't. There could have been another reason why I was speeding. But while he was in the car, after I told him that, he's running my stuff. I thought, damn, and I told him I might have to just, pee over here or something. So I poured my bottle of water from my gym bag in the back of my with my stuff drying all over on the ground out there. Okay, and then, well, if you have your passport filled out, a way to remove yourself from their jurisdiction so they can't find you in their system as a US citizen, then they'll come back and ask you more information, ask you these other questions. Or in this case, what they did was, well, in both cases, I called the babysitter when okay, back up is when they come to shoot your ass. Okay, I grew up in the hood. I need backup. That means to come to shoot your ass. When you need a babysitter, they need somebody to come and talk to you to get more information from you while they're sitting back there on the computer trying to figure out why the hell your ass ain't coming up on the shit. Now, nowadays, they can pull up Google on their computer, which is what they did to me in my neighborhood one day. And I'm sure they've seen a whole bunch. Oh, but they got an eye full. Okay. But, when you compare what we do now, okay, so should you talk to the police if you know what to say? Okay, when the babysitter showed up, that officer turned around on the other side of the mirror of my side view mirror and faced me, and we talked. And I said, your friend over there, if he signs that ticket, he's going to be violating the separation clause in the Constitution, and your boss is not going to be happy. You can check with the Lawrence Police, the Lawrence, Kansas Police Department. Their boss is not happy. And he had one eyebrow, kind of, oh well, yeah. And then he went back and talked to, and that's when I think he told them to Google me or whatever. And then those two, they came back, oh no, we're just gonna give you a ticket. Well, they weren't saying I was speeding. The issue with this was they said I ran a stop sign in a neighborhood where you can only go 25 miles an hour at 8 o'clock at night. There's no other cars. I don't know where these officers must have came off the top of my car. But they decided they didn't want to, you know. And I know. And I just asked them, do you understand that statutes and codes are not valid laws? And if you understand that, then you know that that anything that's any administrative documentation that comes out of our contact here is going to be in court. Okay, guys, thank you for the value of sharing your time. I'm going to post a link to the traffic ticket in the window, and so far, okay, so far. So far, I have, shattered by corruption here. Personally, legal school. Neighbors is here. Okay, just raise your hand if you're here. And notice, I'm just gonna call you Notice, sweetie. We'll just call you Notice. Notice is here, and so Notice, are you interested in the traffic package? I will send you the. Oh, and sorry, Ray, I didn't mean to take too long to get to you, but Notice has a more beautiful smile. No offense or anything. Ah, okay. So you guys send me an email to my email address on website at Advocates for Justice, something, something, something. It's really long. And let me know what your name is here. Just put Notice in there and why you're emailing me about the traffic package. So cause right now it's only a few people. Oh wow. My dog Rex came in underneath the garage door going down, or in prison it's the sliding door closing when you're running back with your commissary. I watch movies. Okay, no, I actually did that shit. And if you get caught in between, it's a freaking problem. Yeah, no. But you know what? If you stay in shape, and let him have that much commissary because it's peanut butter and jelly. Uh huh. I don't know what a corpus delicti is. I've seen that in a few things. But for me, I mean, I'm sure you're right. My dog, I'm sure you're right. I just like to keep it more simple, and the only judicial court that I'm aware of is the International Court of Trade. They used to call it the Botanical Court or something. I don't know. They changed the name, people. It's International Court of Trade, and the only reason it's still here is because when it done away with statutes and codes, and this is based off of my research, when it done away with statutes and codes, and when they did that, they done away. They switched from the statutes at large over to their statutes and codes bullshit. And when they did that, okay, then no other countries wanted to do business with us because they already knew that the administrative court would not rule in their favor on shit. Okay. Okay, but they don't want us in. They want to keep us in the administrative court because they want to keep us in the administrative court because they came up with the rules that to use for that. And well, my girlfriend said the viewer counter isn't working tonight. Yeah, there's been some glitchy shitty going on here, but and I appreciate you, girlfriend, keeping an eye on all that for me because I could tell from the last like 3 or 4 streams there's some kind of situation going on. Okay, so when you guys invest in the target package or any of my packages, okay, we crush the state court process at the gate. That's why they're screwing with us on the views and doing all this shady shit. We crush the state court process at the gate because we use federal case law and federal acts. The federal acts bring the criminal liability to the table for these assholes. And not only do we crush the shit at the gate, if you got time and you're not facing eviction or getting sent to jail or whatever, and my program in the premium package, you'll learn how to, you'll learn how to add the players to their own lawsuit that they filed against you, petition, complaint that they filed against. You'll learn how to add them to that shit as plaintiffs. How? There ain't no difference in doing that than adding defendants like they do after they get done paying people to lie on people, like my girlfriend. And they gave them time off. They paid them money. They paid her attorney $60,000-$70,000 to throw her under the bus. Okay, so I'm kind of pissed off about that shit, right? Because the deal they offered me to lie on her, they came to jail 3 times. The last time they came, they actually put the deal on the table. And it's funny because I knew they're full of shit. So my attorney, Sheriff Pilot, who totally threw me under the bus, and investigator Denny Conway or whatever. No, so I told the guard to come in the room with us because I didn't trust them. I told the guard to come in the room because they're angry. I told him in Spanish. Oh, so they told me, Mr. Neighbors, we can get you out of here today. We just need you to let us know that there was something going on in your wife's secondhand store. They try to say that my girlfriend was selling stolen property, doing all this bullshit, and she wasn't. She just pissed off the cops when she kicked their ass out of her store and demanded that they respect her. They went after her because she was a woman. Now, we lied in the beginning, said it because of black and white couple. No. They went after her and gave her shit because she was a woman and she stood up for herself. Y'all know my ass ain't having none of that shit. Yeah, that's how all of that, and then and then they told me after I kept demanding that Washington D.C. I called them every day. Investigate these assholes over here, what they're doing to my girlfriend. So then they revoked my bond. And then after 6 months of holding my ass in jail, and I don't know, most of the time these people build their case after they get you locked up. They said we were buying and selling stolen property. We sold tens of thousands of dollars worth of stolen property we stole off of the backs of trucks. I'm like, oh, geez. I'm busting my ass to deliver used appliances. My girlfriend's fixing the shit, buying it and cleaning it and running the stuff. I didn't know when we had to get some shit off the backs of trucks. Yeah, that's okay. But in the end, I told them when they told me that this is the deal. They told me they're gonna let me keep my house, our 35 or 3,200 square foot house. They're gonna let me keep some of the stuff they stole from my wife's business. So I got my house and the stuff they stole from my wife's business to lie on my wife and send her to jail she got sent to jail for 97 months because she fought, but she would have got way more than that if she got convicted. So I'm going to send for that stuff. Okay, wait a minute. I play football and box, but I'm not a moron. They offered me my own shit in the house that I'm still paying for. That's what they offered me to throw my wife, my girlfriend, wife, my baby's mama's under the bus. That's the best they could do. To offer the attorney $60,000 or 60 or 80 to throw my wife under the bus. For me, all they could do was offer me my own shit. It's sad. maybe, maybe, okay, sorry. Maybe they brought at least $5,000 to the table. I would have lied on my wife. Okay. Okay, so you wonder why I help people. These people have no damn idea. Okay? Are you kidding me? right now. These people harass my family for a very long period of time. I don't want to say how many years, for a very long period of time. And then they want me to, they even forced my daughter, okay, to take the stand in the prosecutor. And my daughter Christina, she kicked the prosecutor's ass on. Okay. So the police, okay, when you jam their ass up with what we have, then there's not a whole lot that they are going to be able to do. When you go in and you add the state, you add the prosecutor, all the judge, you add the judge getting paid by the state. The judge is getting paid by the state and has, well, I don't know, an interest or conflict or something. Oh, okay. So my girlfriend said the view counter is not working, but later on I'll be able to see all the people that actually were really here. So if you're here tonight and I can't see you here on the live feed, I'll be able to see you on the back half of this when when I shut it down and click on the video and post the video. But I need you guys anyway to go ahead and email me that you were here and email me your YouTube name so that I'll be able to compare it. So I don't have to worry about people trying to be smarter than us. Getting in the middle of the way. So, when the police ask you, where you're coming from, I would ask them, so which direction were you coming from? Oh, okay. But when it gets down to police asking you to do things, how can I put this? When it gets down to the police asking you to do things that's going to incriminate yourself, then I would tell officers that thank you, ma'am, sir, thank you, officer. You should always see what the officer's name is. They usually have a badge or whatever. You should always see what the officer's name is. And if you don't see what the officer's name is, before the officer walks away from your window, to go back and figure out if they're going to screw you over or not. Basically, is how that works. Okay. I would make sure that I ask for the officer's name if I couldn't see it. Excuse me, officer. I could not see the name on your tag. That's the number one way that you want to hold these people accountable. You want to hold them accountable before they get back there and pull up and run your name on the internet or something and see that your grandma been to the dispensary. Okay, sorry. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, I started this grandma thing with Anthony. Okay, he got jammed up by DA in the casino with his family there to have a good time. And the DA had this casino security, private security, individual people that didn't have judicial authority to arrest him. Y'all with me? Oh, okay. So sorry. I'm getting carried away. Oh, Frederick, welcome to the show tonight. And 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 Nikki and Nikki Boo Boo. Okay, we're gonna Nikki Bobo. Okay, so Nikki is here tonight. So I better hurry up and get shut down before I have to give out too much free shit. Huh? Okay, so I'm gonna put the traffic package down for you people that are here tonight. I think, did I say 75? 85, 105. Going once. Okay, sorry. You guys email me, and what I'll do is I'll send you a coaching link where you can make your payment, and I'll just email you the link, so I don't have to change anything on the website. So thank you guys for showing up and the value of sharing your time, and I'll see you guys in. Oh, traffic people messing with you or YouTube. Yeah, I've been moving my videos to my website because I really see that there's some shit going on here, and the same shit started out with Google when they deleted my my Google My Business page some years ago because I didn't have a sign in my yard. Oh, wait. I didn't have a sign in my yard, so they deleted my Google My Business page. I'm just trying to figure out how the hell they knew I didn't have a sign in my yard. I know Google got more shit to do than worry about there's a sign in my yard. Yeah, okay, but you know what? When you roll without limitations, okay, it don't matter because when they punch you in the face or try to punch you in the face, you figure out a way. So now I have my Google review playlist on on my YouTube channel, and people can go there and look at Google review videos from the people themselves and see it and hear it and feel it, as opposed to reading some bullshit on somebody else's stuff that you can pay somebody to come and leave. So there you go. Roll without limitations opens up operations. Oh, I had to make that. I had to make that match. I see you, Nikki. You guys follow the instructions. Send me that email. I'm getting thirsty now. I need to go and make a drink and make something to drink. Good night, everybody.